Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just less than 3 months away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's truly exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to be a revelation film containing many different twists and turns, as well as surprises that will lead to saga-wide implications within the Skywalker saga by J.J., Chris, and George Lucas. And on top of all of this, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a movie that not only ends the Skywalker saga, but is also going to serve as a foundation to create something new. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, a description of Kylo Ren sitting inside of his chambers, where it's explained that he is holding on to the Darth Vader melted helmet, which is said to still contain dark side energy that is attached to it that Kylo communicates with, that is said to be secretly Palpatine from the unknown regions. It's explained that Kylo eventually is able to see a vision of all 9 dark acolytes of the Beyond in the unknown regions, performing a Sith ritual, where they are all standing around Darth Vader's melted and charred armor, including his helmet, where one of the acolytes is said to be holding an artifact that once belonged to Anakin Skywalker. It's explained that eventually the acolyte places the Anakin artifact on top of the Vader chest plate, where they all begin to kneel in front of the armor and around it, where it's said that tons of lightning begins to occur on the world of Exegol, where eventually it's explained that the Sith Wraith of Anakin Skywalker / Vader is said to rise from the armor, where it appears to be a burned version of Anakin Skywalker with a hood over his head, where during the scene it leaves trails of dark side energy as it walks, where as it talks it's said to deliver strange whispers in a different language that is said to be ancient Sith language, where the scene is said to be dubbed as Anakin / Vader's Resurrection, and that it dates back to one of JJ's original ideas for Episode 7, The Force Awakens. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really great about this is that we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a film that's going to really borrow many different elements from Star Wars Legends, as well as the original ideas for The Force Awakens. A prime example of an original idea for Episode 7 was, of course, the return of the second Death Star underneath an ocean. And what do you have it? Here we have it in, of course, The Rise of Skywalker. Now, what's great about this particular sequence is that this is said to be a moment in which Kylo Ren is said to be meditating with the melted Darth Vader helmet, where he is actually said to hear and see this vision of course, the dark acolytes of the Beyond on the world of Exegol. Now, in case you guys did not know, this comes as a big surprise. The world of Exegol in The Rise of Skywalker is said to be Palpatine's new home world. So it's supposed to be his brand new world that he is hiding on over in the unknown regions for quite some time now. For a very long time has he been on the world of Exegol. So it really brings one the question, was Palpatine behind the resurrection of Anakin / Vader in the form of a Sith Wraith? Hence why we do in fact hear the Darth Vader breathing and the whispers in the last teaser trailer that we got over at D23. Just before the appearance of Dark Rey, you hear all of that, so it could most certainly line directly up with what we're talking about right now. Now, on top of all of this, what's also very exciting is that it's actually said that they use an Anakin Skywalker artifact to complete the ritual, while actually placing Anakin's artifact on top of the Darth Vader melted armor. Now, could this artifact somehow have something to do with, of course, what we saw in the prequel trilogy era, or is this going to be an artifact that we have never seen before in the Skywalker saga, the comics, the books, whatever have you, right? Any kind of canon material out there. It could be something completely new that we the fans have never seen before in the Skywalker films. Now, with that being said, we do know that this movie is going to be very dark, and I think that this really tops the list of making a very dark and sinister scene between not just the Dark Acolytes, but also the resurrection of Anakin / Vader in the form of a Sith Wraith that's actually going to be taking place on the world of Exegol in the form of a vision that actually is said to be presented before Kylo Ren's own eyes while he's actually holding the melted Darth Vader helmet. Now, like I've always said before in the past, the Knights of Ren, during the events of The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, they were actually over in the Beyond, and it's very possible that they actually went over to the world of Exegol, and that's exactly how they were able to steal Darth Vader's melted helmet and his armor, because we do know that that is exactly how the Knights of Ren were able to retrieve the melted helmet of Darth Vader. They went back and forth to the beyond before the events of The Force Awakens, as well as during The Force Awakens in The Last Jedi, which is going to be JJ's explanation, by the way, as to why we never saw the Knights in present time in episodes 7 and 8, is because they were already on a mission over in the unknown regions, and it's very possible that they actually bumped into Palpatine, and they could be working for Palpatine behind Kylo's back for all we know, and that could very well line directly up with the big twist related to the Knights of Ren in this movie. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.